Welcome to Gloria Scab Live. I have with me today one of my good friends and actually the sponsor of our show, South Florida PBS, the Senior Vice President of Marketing and Communications, Jeneissy Azcuy.
Hi, Gloria.
Jeneissy, thanks for coming.
Happy to
We
be here.
always have such a good time together, and we're talking about what's happening. It's Mental Health Month, Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
We have so much going on, and man, South Florida PBS is there to cover it all. The Health Channel is just amazing too, and especially for Mental Health Month. So thank you so much for sponsoring the show week after week.
Our pleasure.
I can never thank you enough. And we've had so many good events that you guys have done.
We have
recently, and we'll get to that. But let's start talking about the Health Channel and what's going on with regard to mental health and
Sure.
the programs you're offering.
Yeah, so we have a couple of town halls. You know, the Health Channel was launched back in 2018, and then of course 2 years later we had a pandemic, so we became a very vital resource for the community.
Absolutely.
Especially with the town halls. Remember, we started them on social media, then we aired them, and in some cases we streamed them. Well, we aired them live, we streamed them on, like I said, social media, YouTube, Facebook, and we've continued that tradition. I don't know, we've done over, I'm going to say 100 town halls, and they seem to have a very interesting aspect to them in that people can participate in the town halls, and they can do so by posting their questions and asking the experts. And so the producer takes those questions, and that's how the show is created. So it's a wonderful opportunity to get answers to questions that are related to a certain topic. As a matter of fact, because they were so successful, we started a program called Ask the Doc, which airs Monday through Friday. We're working on the new season of Ask the Doc, and folks just tune in for about 30 minutes every day. There's a different topic. This is on All Health Go on Facebook, and they are able to ask the doctor, the expert, about all different things, from medicines to veterinary care, heart health, muscular care, all of that. So for Mental Health Awareness Month, which is May, we just streamed live on our Facebook page a town hall called Addiction and Mental Health, Finding the Road to Recovery Town Hall. And so basically what it dealt with, obviously, I think the title says it all, but what we did was we brought together healthcare experts, community leaders, and individuals in recovery to share the realities of addiction and the promise of medication-assisted treatment. So that's what they have found, that from what the discussion was about, it's really difficult to quit cold turkey.
Yeah.
And so there's medications that can help with that process. And there were many other stories that were shared, but it was so wonderful. We've heard so many great things about this town hall in terms of what it shared, the discussion, the people that were brought together. So I encourage everyone to watch it. Again, you can find it on All Health Go on Facebook, and just look for our videos. And I think there's a category that says town halls, and you can watch the most recent one, which is this one, Addiction and Mental Health, Finding the Road to Recovery Town Hall. And now, speaking of town halls, there's one that we're working on. PBS created a series with Bradley Cooper called Caregiving. And it shares his story about taking care of his father, and what a difficult journey that was and is. So WGBH, which is the station that produced the program, offered us an opportunity to be able to host a town hall and kind of localize the content to the resources, the agencies, the organizations that can help caregivers, right, navigate this very difficult, very challenging journey of taking care of someone, whether it's an older person or a younger person. So this one that we're working on is called The Caregiver's Journey, Finding Strength and Reclaiming Balance Town Hall. and it's going to be live on the Health Channel. We're also going to stream it on allhealthtv.com, which is our website,
Right.
/town hall. And of course, All Health Goes Facebook and YouTube pages. That'll be on Thursday, May 22nd at 7 p.m. Not only are we bringing together, different spokespeople from different agencies and organizations that can help offer advice and resources, but we're also creating a resource page on allhealthtv.com on our website that people can go to after or during the town hall and look at the different services that are being offered by these organizations.
Right.
And that resource page will stay on our website long after the town hall ends. So basically, through expert insights and personal stories, we will explore practical tools, community resources, and strategies to help caregivers prevent burnout and restore balance.
Right.
And that's the case, that's the reality of it.
It's making sure that the caregivers get taken care of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it takes such a toll.
And if you don't have the caregivers, there's nobody to provide the care. So so you have to make sure you take care of them.
It's true. So
it's
true.
Really great.
And what we're thinking about, we tend to think of caregivers as adults that take care of, maybe older adults or younger. But sometimes it's the children who become the caregivers.
Yeah.
Because, single households or kids that, just have one, it doesn't have to be a parent even, it could be a relative that they live with, and that relative suffers from certain, medical conditions.
Right.
And sometimes they're the ones responsible, but that's something that we're thinking about creating for the future. In this case, we're focusing on adult caregivers and trying to help them and support them with what they're doing, which is a wonderful thing. I mean, they're really heroes.
So maybe Miss Penny can talk about children caregivers. And let's talk about
that's exactly what we're planning to do, bringing in KidVision.
You're
so good, Gloria.
Tell the viewers who aren't familiar who Miss Penny is.
So Miss Penny's our education director. She's the host of KidVision Mission, which is a program, a series, and also the KidVision virtual field trips. But she also creates content, which we call interstitials, which are short form videos about all different things that children could learn. For instance, STEAM activities, for instance, music. In this case, and this is one that she's working on right now, it's dance time. So teaching children about different dances from around the world.
Oh, how fun.
Through the lens of the shoes that are worn to dance these different dances. I'm really excited about this
I told
season.
You should contact Luis Valenzuela with
who we met the other
museum.
day. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Shoe Museum.
Yes, definitely. Because we always do like a culmination event or a premiere event for each of our kids series. So like we're planning a KidVision Mission party for the summer. We're also for Full Steam Ahead. We're right now planning on hosting an event so that the kids can come and interact, with the STEAM activities and the content and Miss Penny. But also for dance time, we did it last year, 2 years ago. I think the last time we did dance time was about 2 or 3 years ago. We did it at the Miami Beach Band Shell. And for KidVision Music Time, we did the event at Pinecrest Gardens. We tried to cover all the 3 counties. We try to do events in every county so that children in every county have access to our content and to the resources and to Miss Penny, who they love very much.
Well, and you had a lot of kids that participated in the immersive art experience.
Oh yeah, so
which was amazing.
That's another story. Like
that's a whole nother story.
So let's continue with the health channel, and then we'll get to the vintage because I want to share those numbers with you.
Yeah.
So then. Another program that we have coming up that we're really excited about on the Health Channel is called the Surgery Ship, and that's based on Mercy Ship.
Right.
Exactly. And so it's the stories. In fact, we have a video. Why don't we show the video so we can get a glimpse at this?
For over 30 years, Mercy Ship's floating hospitals have been delivering free surgery to the world's poorest countries.
5 billion people don't have access to timely and safe surgery. All of us need hope.
Yeah, so basically a team of doctors and nurses and volunteers set sail to some of the world's most underserved regions. And they help the residents of that, place with surgeries and medical treatments that they wouldn't ordinarily get outside of this ship, this Mercy ship that goes and provides this treatment free of charge.
How did they get the word out that the Mercy ship is arriving? I often wondered that.
So that's a good question. I would assume that they just go,
Tell
outside
the government about it, or
well, they might. You know what? I am not going to speculate. That is
Okay.
a wonderful question that I will get to the answer to.
we'll find out
Because
next
I could
time.
speculate what it might
We'll
not
find
be.
out next time. I should.
I mean, just the mere sight of having this huge ship, right, come in.
But I know when they do the surgeries for
the dental
clip palate
surgeries,
and whatever,
yeah.
I know that.
Oh, the palate.
Yeah.
Cleft palate.
But I know that people will walk hundreds and hundreds of miles.
And they do.
And they find out about it. But I often wondered, how do they find out about it?
Yeah.
It's not like, in these villages.
Right.
Maybe they have a
Communication
TV
is
set.
limited.
No,
I mean, some of these regions don't
Just
have any
don't have
technology.
anything.
Yeah.
They're lucky if they have electricity.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So interesting question. I will definitely get the answer for you.
Okay.
And then there's another program that we're premiering this month on the Health Channel called The Voice Inside. We also have a promo for that we'd like to share with you.
Okay.
You're the most determined person I know.
Why does no one here believe in me?
I believe in you. You're so resilient, Matt, in so many ways.
My biggest problem was my voice inside. The things I chose to believe about myself.
Believe the people who believe in you.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so I just wanted to mention the premiere of the surgery ship will be on May 23rd at 8 p.m.
Okay.
Now, this one, The Voice Inside, is going to premiere on Wednesday, so tomorrow,
Right.
May 14th at 3 p.m. And then we will also stream it on allhealthtv.com. And so this is an interactive and educational program. Actually, it's a series, and it's performed by young writers and actors.
Oh, really?
With and without special needs. And basically, these stories are inspired by their own success stories. So it's a very moving, very touching, beautiful series that we invite you to tune in and watch, either at 3 p.m., like I said, on the Health Channel, May 14th, or anytime on allhealthtv.com.
Everybody should be a member. South Florida PBS is such an incredible resource in our community, and it doesn't cost a lot to be a member. And all you have to do is go online and you get one of these, and you don't have to read. You can actually go through here and find out when all the shows are on. And
membership does have its benefits.
And
so
you get a lot of freebies.
You get the program guide, but you also get access to Passport, which is the platform that you can stream any program anytime at your discretion. So
I'm getting free tickets all the time to stuff.
And then we do have special member offers.
I don't even have time to go to all the stuff.
So speaking of special member offers, remember this one, the party that we had for Marie Antoinette?
Oh, yes. Oh,
it was
City
amazing.
Place in Doral. That was awesome.
That was at the Doral Contemporary Art Museum, where we had a celebration of Marie Antoinette, the season
people dressed
the
in
season
period
premiere.
Costume.
Yes,
it was awesome.
And we had it for International Women's Month. So it was beautiful. I mean, we had the models dressed up in the period costumes, and then we had the Florida Grand Opera singers singing songs from Carmen, which was such a beautiful opera.
And then
Miami Symphony Orchestra musicians were playing the whole time, delighting us.
Then it turns out one of the people that was dressed in costume, just there to be a model, She goes, "Can I sing?" And she has like the voice of an angel. I'm going,
She sang
"What?"
opera.
She sang opera. She wasn't even paid to be there for opera.
No, but she wanted to.
That
and
was
of
her
course,
bonus. That was
we
her
always
bonus.
provide a platform
Yeah,
for
there you go.
emerging artists. And I said,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
why not? So she did it. And
We're better than
she
a
did it
DoorCam.
beautiful. She did it
DoorCam is
beautifully.
just an amazing resource in our community as well. That's the Doral Contemporary Art Museum for those not familiar.
And so the last thing I wanted to touch on for the Health Channel is Ask Hannah, which is, you know, the free chat service where you chat with a nurse and she provides answers to your questions. But now it's powered by artificial intelligence. So it's providing free answers to the health questions, but it also has like a diagnostic tool that you can input your symptoms. And then it comes up with some suggested, you know, conditions that you can then run by your doctor based on the information that you share.
Really?
That happened.
Interesting.
I don't know if I told you this. So I had COVID again about 3-4 weeks ago. And the way that I found out or realized, wait a minute, this might be COVID, was because I went
No
on
way.
Ask Hannah, I swear to God. And I'm having a meeting and we're talking about Ask Hannah. It's a virtual meeting. And I'm like, oh yeah, and so as you know, I'm not saying anything. I'm just inputting my symptoms as the meeting is going on. And then it goes, number 1, COVID, number 2, the flu. So in my mind, I was like, oh my God, I got to get tested. And I did. Right after that meeting, I went to Publix, got my little test kit, and I proved to be positive. So I was like, wow.
And then
Okay.
you were in a meeting without your mask on.
Well, but it was virtual. It was virtual.
Oh, it was a
No, it
virtual
was
meeting. Oh,
virtual.
thank
No, I
goodness.
wouldn't have been able to do that if it was a person, you know, face-to-face meeting,
Yeah,
because
right.
I would be like on my computer, you know, typing, which would have been rude.
Right.
But yeah, definitely. This is a great resource, great
Right.
tool. So that's the Health Channel for you. Well, actually, there's one more show that we premiered recently that's everybody loves. Everybody loves. We've screened it a couple of times. And the people, like at the Sun Sentinel Prime Expo, everyone that came by the booth said, "Oh, we saw it. It was great." So I think we have a promo. Can we show
Oh,
the
really? Sure.
promo?
Absolutely. Can you find it out, Alice?
Ask Hannah. Hi, I'm Medina, an RN for Ask Hannah. This is a question that we get a lot. Is it true that high blood pressure often has no symptoms? Yes. High blood pressure is often called the silent killer for a reason. That is why it's important to get your blood pressure checked regularly, especially if you're over 50. High blood pressure can lead to serious heart problems like heart attack, stroke, and kidney disease. But the good news is it's often manageable with lifestyle changes and medication. So don't ignore those numbers on the blood pressure cuff. Remember, your heart health is important. Regular checkups and healthy lifestyle choices can make a big difference. When in doubt, ask Hannah.
Ask Hannah is a free service of the Health Channel. Chat now with one of our advisors and get answers to your health questions. Visit us at askhannah.tv.
Ask Hannah.
So Hannah has had a makeover. She
love
now
that.
has purple
That's
hair.
great.
Love
Oh,
it.
yeah. She's
Uh,
got purple hair.
So that was the promo for Ask Hannah, the service I was talking to you about before we went to the promo. And now if we can show the promo for the World of Olive Oil, I'd love for you to see it.
Okay.
Welcome to the world of olive oil. I'm Frank Licari.
And I'm Phil Bucchino, and we're about to erase everything you thought you knew about olive oil.
With thousands of different varietals, we'll discover how it enhances every style of cuisine.
We'll talk about its health benefits and how region, culture, and innovation influence the quality and taste of the oil we buy.
Let's travel through the fascinating and complex world of olive oil.
Well, the
different
olive
regions.
fields.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so Frank Licari, who's the host of On the Town and the Palm Beaches, one of our programs, and another gentleman, they go to Italy and they go to different places in Italy and they try the olives and they learn about the olives.
Sounds like a
and the
tough job.
olive oil and the differences and all of that, and how great it is for you health-wise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough job. Frank
Yeah.
hates it.
Man.
No, he loves
I
it.
would apply for that when he decides
He loves it.
he's tired of traveling.
But I will go back to, the point that you made about membership. Membership makes all these programs possible, but also philanthropy. Philanthropy helps us produce all this wonderful content that we produce locally, as well as, different projects like the Da Vinci Project, which you went to. It was a Da Vinci immersive experience. It went on for about 6 months over at our our Boynton Beach studios in Palm Beach. And we had, so the numbers are in.
Oh, yeah.
It ended.
Anxious.
It ended at the beginning of May.
Right.
So we had about 40,200 visitors
Wow.
to the immersive experience. And they came from all over, including Miami.
Oh, I know
Miami
they
was
did.
number 4.
Yeah.
So, people from, of course, Boynton Beach, Delray Beach, Boca, and Miami, as well as Lake Worth and some of these other, even Orlando. But it was interesting to see that Miami was number 4. So people took the trip up there and just to see the exhibit, and the feedback was phenomenal. Additionally, and something I'm very proud of, because you said my title is marketing communications, but it's also education outreach. And so we did do the outreach to Palm Beach schools and Broward schools, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Palm Beach and Broward, and home schools. And guess what? We had about 4,500 students come to see the exhibit free of charge. We also developed curriculum for elementary, middle, and high school students, and we shared it with the teachers, who found it very useful. In some cases, thanks to a couple of foundations that helped us. Again, philanthropy makes it happen. We were able to pay for transportation for Title I schools.
Was huge.
And we gave them water bottles, and for the little ones, some coloring books about Da Vinci, right? To bring it home, to be able to share with the parents and also continue the learning. So we have another one coming up, which I cannot divulge yet, but I will next time we talk.
Okay.
But we're working on it.
A teaser.
We do believe in immersive learning. I mean, it's without a doubt a great way to cement knowledge and learning. And so we find that, we can definitely combine our content, for instance, with the Da Vinci. We had the Ken Burns Da Vinci documentary premiering right about the same time. So as part of the exhibit, we were showing clips of the documentary and sending people to where they could watch it. So always combining our content with, expanded learning opportunities, so that it's not just passive watching or viewing, it's active and it's immersive. In all the ways that we can make it immersive. So that's what I'm working on. I'm also going to the PBS annual conference next week.
Oh, yeah, you've got a trip coming
And we
up.
have a booth, and we're going to be sharing the success of Da Vinci with everyone, all the other PBS stations that are looking at what we're doing, because we were the first PBS station in the country to bring immersive learning through immersive experiences to our studios and to our channels. We do augmented reality. We had a Great Migrations event over at the Lyric Theater, and in collaboration with the Black Archives, we created content that went digital on our platforms, that we shared on our platforms. It was, of course, part of the Great Migration series, so we screened that. We brought together a wonderful group of people to share their story, and their family's migration story, and how that contributed to the arts and cultural enrichment of Miami. And part of that was an AR experience. So it was great, different, novel, unique. We always try to add those elements of uniqueness, right, to everything we do, to keep it fresh, exciting, but also engaging. I think that's the main thing, to engage with our viewers.
Absolutely. And you do such a good job of it.
Thank you.
You didn't even talk about one of my favorite shows, Dr. Leah.
Oh, wait, Dr. Leah. So we're working on the next season.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, right now we're working on it. But you know what I love to share with you? The Shining the Light promo, which tells you, it gives you highlights of everything that's going on in May on our main channels, WPBT and WXCL. Can we take a look?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Make May memorable with South Florida PBS.
Immerse ourselves in the cultures of the Americas and reimagine what it truly means to be American.
Jane Austen was my sister. Perhaps there's a biography to be written. There's sure to be letters that will cast up all manner of treasure.
Discover tiny marvels of evolution and how our survival depends on theirs.
When you realize that the person you love most in the world has Alzheimer's, half your life falls away in the moment.
We hold on.
Yes, we do.
Join us for the National Memorial Day Concert, a night to honor our troops, our veterans, and our military families.
Find something for everyone on South Florida PBS.
What I would like to share is that I hope everybody's looking forward to the National Memorial Day Concert 2025.
You said that's one of your most watched shows?
Yeah. It has been on the air for over 35 years, and it's one of PBS's most watched programs. It features a star-studded, lineup of television personalities, singers, you name it. They all come together to honor the, military service and sacrifice of all the women and men in uniform. So everybody's looking forward to that. And that's on the eve of Memorial Day. So that'll be on, May 25th, on Sunday, May 25th at 8 p.m. on WPBT and WXCL. I hope you tune in. And then we're also sharing a variety of military-based programs in honor of Memorial Day this month. So you can tune in for premieres such as Defying Death on the Atlantic, Eagles of Mercy, and Homecoming. And lastly, Homecoming, Sergeant Hamilton's Long Journey. So too bad we don't have the promo, but those are wonderful programs. And again, if you are a member, you get the program guide, so everything is in there.
Absolutely. And you're such a great, you're a treasure in our community. And I hope everybody takes advantage and learns from, having you on my show or I should say your show because you're sponsoring it.
No, it's not my show.
But no, yeah.
We love to be able to help you get the word out to the community of all the wonderful things that different organizations are doing to enrich Miami-Dade and beyond, because your show is on social media. Anyone can watch it from anywhere, also on YouTube. And I do have to make a correction because I just realized when I talked about Caregiving, the series with Bradley Cooper, it's WIDA that produced it. So I want to give credit where credit is due and correct myself.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that, reached out to us because we work with them a lot. I think we only have a couple of minutes and maybe we can talk about KidVision.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's a lot going on with KidVision for the summer. Everything that we do, the virtual field trips, the KidVision mission programs, the full steam ahead.
Did we show the
dance
field
time?
Trips?
We can show an excerpt.
We have a video on the
This is
the
field trip that Miss Penny took to the Renaissance Fair.
But that's so cool.
Would you like to step into a fairy tale with me, Miss Penny? Join me to a Renaissance fair where we will meet kings and queens and even pirates. We will attend a tea party, learn about falconry and glass blowing, and even dance around a maypole to welcome spring. Watch, learn, and play with KidVision on YouTube today.
So that was the field trip to the Renaissance Fair. We were saying it's a wonderful place, and I go almost every year. And you learn so much, and you feel like you're immersed in the Renaissance era.
Well, coming up in June, the Greater Miami Festivals and Events Association, and they're one of the they belong to that. It's kind of like South Florida PBS. The festivals from all over the Southeast, are members of it. And so they promote it a lot. And I always think, I got to go, but
you should. Next year, let's
so
go.
many. Let's do that.
And we can dress up. I try to dress up.
Oh, yeah.
But we have to choose a very cool, cold day because it gets hot.
Well, in your costumes.
with the costume and then the
absolutely.
walking around. And so.
Well, speaking of fun events, we just went to the History Miami Museum for the launch of their, what is it, Waves of Style?
Yeah, it's a history of bathing suits in South Florida.
Throughout the decades, yeah. And that was fascinating.
That was very interesting.
Yeah. So great exhibit for people who want to go downtown and
I know.
check it out.
We enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful museum.
They even had a free day for families the next day. Everybody could get in for free and check it out. So yeah, it was fun.
Very cool.
And coming up, I don't know, we have stuff all the time.
We have a lot coming up, and we will keep you informed.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, we have the new season of Check Please.
Oh, that's right. Michelle Bernstein's.
That's right, where Michelle Bernstein is the host, and it's a restaurant review program. And we had a kickoff over at Michelle Bernstein's restaurant, Senora Martinez. We did the screening of the first episode. And this season is a little different because, usually they gather, the critics would gather around like a table in our studios, but this time we took it to different restaurants. And
so that makes it fun.
Yeah, it was
site.
it was different. It was fun.
Yeah.
And then of course we have Filmmaker. The new season is back starting May 27th. And so we'll have new episodes of programs by local filmmakers. And that'll be on Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. on WPBT. And so I'm definitely looking forward to that because I love to promote and encourage and support filmmakers. And by providing them a platform to be able to showcase their films, they're actually getting to fulfill their dream and getting to do what they want, what
so
they
we're
dream
out of
of.
time.
Oh, no.
Just keep talking. So thank you so much for coming, Jeneissy. Always a pleasure to have you, and thank you for sponsoring our show and for all the great programming you do to educate and entertain us throughout the year. Until next time, have a good one, everyone. Make a positive impact. Be kind, be safe, have fun.